All right, so we made it back to another words of wisdom with your boy Swag. Now, today's words of wisdom we're gonna get into is called gatekeeping. And before we get into gatekeeping, I just want to let you know, this is your words of wisdom with your boy Swag. I am not a pastor. I'm just a messenger. I'm a messenger. I'm an ambassador of God, and I'm sent here to pass on a message for you. So if you don't want to hear it, you can kindly keep swiping up. I'm just here to do my job, so I don't get punished and I don't feel the wrath of God. And if you don't know about that, you should read Job. When Job felt the wrath, he thought he felt the wrath of God on his life, and he said he would regret rather not be born than to feel the wrath of God on his life. So, I don't even want to know what that feel like. So I'm gonna do my job. Freely receive, so freely you give. And remember, you guys can't give me nothing because my reward comes from my Father. So I was talking to, and if you hear the grass cutting, it's lawn day, and the guy's cutting the grass. So I'm going to be grateful because I have a backyard to get cut, and I have the funds for it to get cut. So even though he's in my video, he's just doing his job. So I don't know if you guys can hear him, but I can definitely hear him because he's right behind me. But moving on. So this episode is called Gatekeeping. Okay, I was speaking to one of my great friends. Her name is Jessica, and we was on the phone. We was talking about. I'm gonna tell you the conversation we were talking about, but it had something to do with gatekeeping, and it was to the point where God was talking to me, and I was telling Jessica, just keep talking. God's talking to me, and I'm gonna write this down as you talk, and we're gonna decipher this together. And but God was just strategically working in my head as she's talking, and He was speaking to me, so it was like a three-way phone call. So gatekeeping. Let me give you what I wrote down and what me and God was talking about with Jessica. And when Jessica got off the phone, me and God was talking, and I was able to share it with Jessica. Number one, sometimes it's good to stay outside of the gate. Mm, I can end the service there. I know. Sometimes it's good to stay outside of the gate. Mm. What gate are you trying to get in? Do you know what gate you're trying? Do you know what door you're knocking on? Do you know what gate you're trying to get into? See, sometimes people see the outer appearance of the gate, and they see people coming in, and they see it's looking good going in. Sometimes some people don't make it back out the gate. Sometimes, you never get to see the look of the people when they come outside the gate. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like we said, people don't make it outside the gate. But it looks fun trying to get inside the gate, and there is a guard at the gate keeping it closed for certain people for a reason. Mm-mm-mm. God might want you to stay out of the gate. Maybe God was warning you before you even got to the gate to stay away from the gate, but you just steady knocking at the door, trying to get at the gate, trying to get inside the gate. So when God was talking to me, I said, you know what, guys, maybe I don't need to be inside that gate. Maybe it's something inside the gate that's not for me. So you never know what God is protecting you from while you're so busy trying to get up in the gate. Mm. So God told me to tell the people, let them gate keep. Hey, keep your gate because I got my own gate. Dog. Cat dog. Hey, listen, you can keep your gate because I got my own gate. I don't why are you so busy trying to get into somebody else's gate? Mm. When you don't even know what's on the other side of the gate, how they got the gate and why they even in the gate. You don't even know. Don't be so quick to jump and run into other people's gate. Because you can guard it all you want to. God told me to tell them, guard it all you want to. I don't need your gate because I got my own gate. Stay out the gate. That's what he says. He says, stay out the gate and stay away from the gate. Not just stay out of it, but stay away from the gate. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody better catch this. Somebody better catch it. Stay away. I don't know what gate somebody been knocking on or trying to get into, and people been, they got the guard dogs, the pit bulls, the rock rollers at the gate just telling you, stay away from here. Do not trespass. And you want to bring bologna and bacon and stuff, try to feed the dogs and make the dogs go to sleep in their hush so you can get in the gate. The gate ain't supposed to be for you. It's a no trespassing sign on this gate for a reason. It's a beware of dogs for a reason. That means they don't want you in here. Quit trying to get into the gate. Because God said you don't know what's on the other side of that gate. Now, I have a book. It's right here. It's called Some No's Are Better Than a Yes. And that book is actually saying, it's telling you how rejection can guide you towards your future because you don't know what God is blocking you from. You're so quick to try to get in the door and you're mad at a no, but sometimes you don't know what that no is. You don't know what's stopping you from that no. Now, to sum this up, I was talking to God and I was like, okay, God, I need a scripture to go with this because I need to make a scripture. I need a scripture to go with this to make it plain. Now, everybody ain't going to understand this, so but I got it and I'm just here to share it. So if you want, it's Matthew 7:13 and 14. Okay, it says, enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Which gate? It seemed like a lot of people trying to get at the other gate. But it's full to capacity. It's like the club going on. They see the gate. They're like, hey, I'll try to get up to that gate. You know what I'm saying? You stay there because I'm trying to get at this gateway. You know, you know what? And I'm gonna pay for VIP to get in this gate, even if the people standing in line. I'm trying to get into the. Hey, yep, I want the narrow. You get what I'm saying? I want the straight. Now, as I said, God, okay, I got that part. I got that part. Now, let me interpret it a little bit more. He said, okay, I'm gonna tell you who at the gate and how you should know them. Mm. Who is standing at the gate? That's why I say, God, well, who is standing at the gate? Now I'm gonna spot the people at the gate. Guys, that listen to this, and then you keep reading in Matthew 7. Keep reading down a few more. It says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing. Sometimes they're gonna be dressed up looking how you want them to look, but they have to get you. That's just to get you to the gate. That's just to get you to the gate. They're gonna be in. They're not gonna look like that. They're not gonna look how they supposed. Listen, I told you the other day, everything ain't what it seems. They're not gonna look like they're supposed to look. They're gonna be look like you want them to look. Till you get your butt behind that gate. I know. Till you get behind that gate, they got you. Gotcha. Everything ain't what it seems. Listen, sometimes they dressed up. Don't get lost. This is what God was trying to tell you. He said, and Gucci Man had to say, he said, don't get lost in the sauce. You gonna get people gonna get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? It says, beware of false prophets. This ain't the Bible. This is my notes. Beware of false prophets. Right? Wolves in sheep's clothing. They come in wolves, but they in sheep's clothing. Don't get lost in the sauce. I'm just telling you what it say. Don't get lost in the sauce. You know what lost in the sauce is. And if you don't know what lost in the sauce is, don't let the outer appearance get you. Because once you get behind the gate is closed, locked, and your guy said, you want to be inside the gate so bad. Okay, I said, okay, guy, okay. Now, what if I can see that they look like a sheep, but they're wolf? How am I going to tell? Guy said, ye should know them by their fruits. Hot dog, boy, cat dog. Listen, you should know them by their fruits. And if you need help interpreting that, you better pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because a great, I'm just tell you what the Bible say. Okay, a good tree can't carry thorns, right? And a bad tree can't carry fruit, but they just don't do it. So you should know which one to touch just by the fruit it produces. And I'm done with that. Stay your butt out the gate. If they gatekeep it, it's for a reason. You don't belong in the gate. But if you take your butt back to behind that gate, just know God said, hey, y'all, man, because I tried to warn you from the gate. I told you stay away from the gate. I told you don't look at my legs and my knees. Just get the message. Stay away from the gate. Okay? I don't know who that's for. It ain't even enough for me to even interpret to see who it's for. Just stay away from the gate. If they not letting you in, and be cautious. Okay. Be cautious of who is easily allowing you to come on in the gate. You better be cautious. Remember, you should know them by their fruits. Don't be just so easy to come in when they welcoming you in. Because once they close that door, it's over for you. You should know them by their fruits, and don't go trespassing. Don't go trespassing. Now don't go. Hey, if they say beware, stay your butt away from here, and don't even come over here. You better listen and don't come. And don't just be what they say. Curiosity did what to the cat? Cat dog. Hey, listen. This is another words of wisdom with your boy Swagg. Stay in that Bible, man. Always listen. If you don't know what to pray for, you want to get into the Bible. Ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Also righteousness. And this is what they don't tell you, but the Bible say, pray for charity, because it covers a multitude of sins. Hey, listen, it's free. God, you know what? But I ain't get God. Okay, it's time to go. See ya.